Today we're going to be playing some more Black Ops 6. Somehow I ended up getting both the launchers diamond without losing my sanity. Just kidding about that last part. Now here's the thing, I should be happy, right? Getting 3 destructions in a single match 10 times. It was no easy feat for the HE1 specifically, but I got it done, so it's no big deal, right? Well, I came over to look at the Darkspawn camo only to realize, get 5 destruction, score streak or vehicle things in a single match 3 times. So even though it's only 3 times, it's 5 in a single match. I was having hard enough of a time even getting 3 in a single match with the HE1, so 5? I don't even know what I'm gonna do, dude. Anyway, they ended up adding Nuketown 24/7 to the game, as well as launching the first double XP and double weapon XP weekend for Black Ops 6, as well as double Gobblegums over in Zombies. So I was playing Zombies earlier this morning, because obviously I'm going for the Nebula grind as well. It's just I'm doing it in the order of Dark Matter and then Nebula. The way I see it, it's probably better to get the, multiplayer camo done first before everybody fully learns the multiplayer. Everybody starts sweating it out, they have the maps mastered and everything. Like, going for it during this early period in the preseason, especially like before Christmas and everything, this is definitely the time to do it. And then after I unlock Dark Matter, then I'll go all in on Nebula, just because that's one of those things where it's going to be consistent throughout the entire year. Sure, they might do some balance patches here and there to certain things over in Zombies, whether that be the spawn rates and mini bosses, which does seem to be a little high in most people's opinions. I found it to be alright, though I will say it is one of those things where I've always been a trainer over in Zombies. However, when it comes to camo grinding, it's a little different. I do kind of like to find a certain spot in the map, like in Firebase Z or D Machine, how in like Firebase Z you could sit out by that one, the crafting table where you build the Ray K on that map, or D Machine where you'd sit on the rooftop there. I like having those spots where I can just sort of chill out if I'm going to be grinding a lot of headshots back to back. Like if I'm going for a standard high round, I want to train, but if I'm camo grinding, yeah, I just kind of want to camp it out and chill since I'm going to be doing it for so long at a time. I especially love those strats in Cold War, like on the rooftop in D Machine, or near the Der Wonderfizz in Mauer der Toten, where you could just like flip on the Rampage Inducer, sit there with your weapon and just grind out camos. It was a super chill experience, so I'm kind of waiting for that type of thing to come around in Black Ops 6. Like, we sort of had that for a bit with the whole Bank Vault strategy in Liberty Falls, which I never actually ended up getting to utilize since I've been over here in multiplayer for the better part of the last week now, just, grinding out camos and such. But they ended up patching it out anyway, so it's not like it matters. That being said, the one spot that I've been grinding out the camos at mainly has been the spawn there in Liberty Falls. I know some people were utilizing the trap there in order to get to higher rounds. Obviously, I can't use traps if I'm trying to grind out camos. Usually what I was doing was like, I'd spawn in, do the usual rigmarole there on Liberty Falls, where you open up the entire map, get Pack-a-Punch, level up your weapons there at the arsenal, and then I just sort of train them up there at the spawn, sort of running them around. That giant tanker there in the middle, the one that has like the ammo cache near, like just sort of in that general area there in spawn. I got the XM4 Mystic Gold over there already, and I also have the ASVL about halfway done, but I'll have to go a bit harder on that. Then when I was playing Zombies, I wasn't necessarily like just camo grinding. I was also trying to go for high rounds, using the Beam Smasher or using the jet gun over there in Liberty Falls and just having a lot of fun with that. I definitely want to go in and try to get a round 100. That's just sort of my tradition on every, Zombies game. I just try to get round 100 at least once. I apologize if you see me like scratching on my head a lot or like messing with my headphones. My hair is getting to that point. Well, this has actually never happened to my hair before, but there's a lot of dry knots in it now. It's been happening over the last couple months where a couple dry knots have been forming, but disgustingly enough, like half of my head is literally just dry knots right now, and I'm too scared to cut it because I know it's going to be really painful. But now it's at a point of where there's so many dry knots to where it's blocking where my headphones would normally be sitting, and it's sitting in a weird way that's kind of like making my head itchy. Also, if it seems like I'm not really trying right now in the gameplay, it's because I'm not. I'm trying to get this LMG diamond, but at the same time, Nuketown isn't really the best place to do it. I know that's probably really shocking to hear, like, what? Nuketown isn't a good map for camo grinding? And it is a good map for camo grinding, but it's not as good as Face Off Mosh Pit. So yeah, I'm just trying to kind of get through this match right now, just in a chill fashion, maybe get some of my camos done here, but I really just want to get back to hardcore face-off so I can keep grinding out this camo. I will say, Nuketown did end up being pretty good for getting those score streaks done, obviously, because everybody's calling it score streaks almost all the time on Nuketown. I don't know, there was like that one period last night where I was literally like 1 away from getting the HE1 done, and I went an entire hour without being able to get down any score streaks. I had somebody call in like maybe 1 or 2 UAVs, but besides that, like that was literally it. Hey, there it is. I just got the camo for the LMG. Oh gosh, I was going for the completely wrong thing. That's right, I needed double kill. See, I've been flip-flopping between so many different weapons. This morning, I just finished up the Goblin Mark II, which was actually the last assault rifle that I needed to get diamonds. So now I officially have every assault rifle diamond in the game. And I was just confused because I was just going for that earlier, so I was trying to do that same diamond challenge for this, but this one's different. For gold, you just need the 10 double kills. Also, I apologize in advance if I just seem really scatterbrained today, or if I just look kind of tired. It's because I am. I honestly have no idea what it is. Like, I got enough sleep last night. You know, I get 8 hours of sleep every night, but for some reason today, there's just, I don't know, there was something funky about my dreams or my sleep cycles last night to where, you know, I still feel refreshed, but my brain just isn't fully there right now. It may also have something to do with the fact that I was rotting my brain both last night and this morning with trying to get the launchers done. I swear it actually took a bit of a toll on my mental health. Like, you guys don't understand. It took me an entire IRL day to, well, a little bit more than that, because it took the entirety of yesterday, the second half of the day before that, and then part of this morning to get them diamond. Like, you know, the actual diamond challenges themselves weren't that hard, just getting 3 kills in a single match however many times, because those also stack, so I ended up getting both the launchers done in a matter of just a couple of matches. But that initial one, like getting the score streaks, I'm not gonna be all dramatic and be like, oh man, it caused me depression or something stupid like that, but I mean, it actually did like make me feel like I was going insane for at least a little bit there. And the thing is, it's not even entirely about the challenge itself being inherently challenging or whatever, because, you know, it's not that bad. It's just more or less the RNG aspect of it, of where it's like, okay, am I gonna complete this game? Am I not gonna complete this game? If they call in a score streak, can I actually shoot it down? And then you genuinely want to like smash your head into a brick wall until your head looks like a smashed watermelon every time that you miss the UAV with the HE1, just because the rocket is so unpredictable. I got really good at shooting down the Watchdog kilos, the counter UAVs, as well as RCXDs. Those are like my 3 safe ones when it comes to the HE1. The UAVs, I did get a couple of them, but not that many of them, so I'm still trying to figure that one out. Like, I watched some YouTube videos of some guy trying to explain it, but even then, like, the rockets are so erratic to where, like, even if you follow a guide, sometimes the rocket kind of has a mind of its own. I don't know if there's something in the game, if, like, maybe if, depending on the map, if there's, like, different wind speeds on the map. I don't know if there's actually, like, tech like that in Call of Duty, but if there is, then maybe that's at play, or maybe it's just completely random. But every time I'd shoot it, it would either go completely straight, or, like, go straight and then up, or straight and to the left. I've sort of been passively going for the SMGs as well, because at this point, I have 2 of the LMGs gold, so once I hit level 52, I want to say, I'll unlock the final LMG, so then I can go through that. Then I'll have LMG's diamond. We're officially like a quarter of the way through the grind, by the way. Actually, technically a bit more than a quarter of the way through, because I already started working on snipers. I've been working on the SMGs and some of the pistols passively, so it's one of those things where I officially have a quarter of the weapons done in the game in terms of diamond, but I have a few other ones gold. I have some others that are really close to gold. If I had to guess, I'll probably have Dark Matter before Season 1 starts, and even then, probably even sooner, probably within like the next week or so. Because now that I have those launchers done, I mean, most of the rest of it's going to be pretty easy sailing. Marksman rifles will be pretty easy. Sniper rifles, I wasn't sure how those were going to go first, because it really just comes down to like how fast are the snipers, how accurate are they, how bad is the flinch. But, you know, I was using like the LW3A1 Frostline, for example, and I was able to rip like, what, like 15, 20 headshots in one match in Nuketown, and that was like my first game on with that sniper. So I'm definitely not too worried about the snipers. Those should definitely be no problem. And then, what are the other weapon classes, man? My brain is completely blank, and ARs are done, SMGs. Yeah, again, I've already been working on these, and there's only 6 of them, so that won't be too bad. There's 2 shotguns. And yeah, that's literally it. There's only 4 marksman rifles, there's 4 pistols, and then, oh yeah, I'll have to do melee weapons, of course, but I mean, melee weapons are never that bad, and if you're playing Stakeout, it's no problem. And I mean, I'm already like a quarter of the way done with the knife. Yeah, look at this. I got those done. 50 eliminations with the Enforcer Combat Specialist, get a kill without taking damage. 10 double kills, 3 kills without dying, 3 triple kills, a bloodthirst. Like, yeah, dude, the melees would be super easy. So really, the rest of it's just smooth sailing at this point. It was just that first hurdle of the launchers that kind of set me into this de-energized, brain-rotted feelings that I'm experiencing and that you guys are kind of experiencing in real time right now. Because, like, I swear, like, I'm completely fine. If I seem out of it, like, there's nothing wrong with me. I'm just... Like, I'm genuinely serious. Like, the launchers literally just sucked out all my energy, man. I'm thinking I might do the pistols in hardcore. I've kind of been going back and forth on that. Like, it might be a good idea to do those in core, because then if I miss my first shot, I have more of a chance to lock back on, but at the same time, I don't know if I'd have a harder time over there, so I'm going to rock out with the GS45 for a bit here and try to level this up, because I want to get this up to level, I think it's 31 in order to get Akimbo. Yeah, level 31, which is max level for it to get Akimbo, because I want to try to learn how to speedrun Liberty Falls' as Easter egg. I'm not going to be going for a world record by any means, but I've heard that it's possible to complete it under 30 minutes, and I've already done the Easter egg like 5 or 6 times at this point, so I know the Easter egg and all the steps like inside and out. So I kind of, you know, I've never really tried to learn how to actually speedrun an Easter egg, so I just thought that'd be pretty cool to see if I can get it done in maybe 30 minutes flat or less. The only thing about that, though, is I already got the one calling card for, it's called Liberated, and you get that for completing the Easter egg in under 30 minutes. So I guess, and I got that on my first time doing it, but I really don't think that I actually completed the Easter egg in 30 minutes. I don't know if, like, maybe the timer was bugged, if I got that by accident. Maybe I did complete it in 30 minutes. Maybe I was just going that fast, but I'm not too sure. Regardless, if that's what the game's saying, then maybe I technically already did complete it in 30 minutes and I just didn't realize it. In that case, I want to complete it even faster. I want to see if I can get it in, like, 20 or 25 minutes. You know, that would be pretty cool, especially if I could, like, get it on video for you guys. I'm one of those casual speedrunners, right? Like, if there's something I enjoy, like, for example, Resident Evil 4, my favorite video game of all time, I enjoy speedrunning that game, not for the sake of going for world records, but just to see how fast I can personally beat it. But I'm not gonna, like, you know, beat my head into a wall like, oh man, I gotta keep beating my fastest time. No, it's just like, you know what, I'll just give it a hearty attempt and I'll see how fast I can do it for the lulz. Yeah, so it seems like I was correct. Hardcore is definitely the place to go for pistol headshots. I already got like 7, 8 of them, and we've been in this match for not that long, and that's definitely faster than what I was doing over in core, so as long as I just keep aiming high, I should have no problem here. Because the one pistol, the Strider, yeah, the Strider.22, it's not necessarily a bad pistol. It's just that over in core, when you're going up against like SMGs and shotguns and ARs, yeah, you're going to be losing some of your gunfights, whereas over here in hardcore, obviously, if you're going for headshots, you're aiming for the head as is, it'll definitely make it a bit easier. So I just got to keep aiming high. There is going to be some scenarios like this where I keep getting beamed from the other end of a hallway, but as long as I just stay with it, stay consistent, keep using these reticle sights and such, I should have it done in hopefully no time. There it is. We got another headshot, and that's the thing with these camo grinds, right? You know you'll get it done eventually. It's just the fact that you don't know when you're going to get it done, because you could have some sort of roadblock where for some reason you're absolutely struggling with the camos and it takes you like 3 times as long as it should, or you could get that one really lucky lobby where you get an entire classic guns gold in one match. You never really know. See, I'm getting a lot of kills with this thing, but I'm kind of struggling with the headshots right now, because again, that is like the one thing where you're gonna be getting more kills overall, but it's not like core where if you miss your first shot, you can kind of like readjust and start going for the head. You really need to be aiming at their head right off the rip, and even then with how the movement is, it can be kind of tricky with like a pistol specifically to rip off those headshots, but if you line it up just right like we did just there, then should be no problem. There it is. We already got woodland camo for the GS45, already making progress. It's funny, I was completely right in one of my previous videos. I forget which video it was, but I had already said, I was like, you know what, when Nuketown comes out, that's going to be the map to go to for launchers, but for every other weapon, you're still going to just want to stay in a face-off mosh pit or hardcore face-off mosh pit. And yeah, I was completely right. This is still the best place to go. If we're breaking it down by category, I would say do all of your kills for launchers here in face-off mosh pit, or more specifically hardcore face-off mosh pit. Snipers, you could probably do it either way on Nuketown or hardcore face-off mosh pit. And then when it comes to the launcher score streaks, definitely do those on Nuketown. And then anything else that's kills related, I'd probably just recommend, again, sticking to either core or hardcore face-off. It's pretty cool that they gave us double XP already, right? Like, it's one of those things where I wasn't necessarily asking for, like, oh man, we need double XP and double weapon XP right now, but the fact that they gave it to us is pretty cool. It'll just help me, you know, get through the Prestige grind a little bit faster. Right now, we're nearing the end of Prestige 2 at Prestige 2, level 47, so I'm guessing I'll probably be at either Prestige 4, maybe close to Prestige 5 by the end of the weekend, and then at that point, I mean, we'll almost be, what, like halfway through the Prestige grind, so I'll keep it going. I'm probably expecting Prestige Master by the end of November at the absolute latest, especially if they end up doing another double XP weekend during Thanksgiving. Yeah, Prestige Master, no problem. And then at that point, I'm not racing to level 1000. I'm just going to keep playing the game and having fun, of course, but we'll hit Prestige Master level 1000 at some point throughout the year. That's just one of those goals where it's like, we'll hit it when we hit it. My main goal is just to at least get to Prestige Master and then leave myself those 1000 levels to gradually go through it throughout the year as I also level up like different battle passes and go for other camos and level up new weapons that come out and just keep playing the game. So at that point, it'll be less of a race to Prestige Master like it is for me right now, and it'll more or less just be a casual thing. But at the same time, I play Call of Duty. Like, I literally play Call of Duty all the time. So I'm sure we'll still end up hitting level 1000, you know, in no time. Because, again, I still play this game all the time. So even when I'm not necessarily, quote-unquote, racing for Prestige Master like I am now, I mean, I'm still playing it enough to where it's like I might as well be. I've said it many times before, man. I absolutely love Call of Duty. By the time we get to the end of any given year, I'm always in the hundreds, if not close to 1,000 hours played in every Call of Duty, and that is not a joke. Some years it's a bit different and I'll have a bit less, like only 300 to 400, but usually by the end of a COD year, I'm looking at between 300 to 500 hours plus. More times than not, usually on the 500 plus end of it though. My lowest one in recent memory would have been Modern Warfare 2 2022, but even then I put over it was like 300 and... It was somewhere between 300 and 350. I can't remember the exact number, but yeah, so even for a game like that, and, you know, I mean, that was including other aspects of it too, like when you factor in, like, DMZ and Warzone and all that, so when it comes to just the multiplayer, it was still, like, you know, in the hundreds of hours range. But I am so in love with Black Ops 6, and I can already tell you, even after I'm done with all the camo grinds, even after I hit Prestige Master and I max out the Battle Passes during the season, I'm just gonna keep playing for fun, just like I did with Black Ops 2 back in the day, right? Like, back in Black Ops 2, even after I got Diamond Camo and hit Prestige Master, I just kept playing the game just because it was a lot of fun. I mean, there was still, like, other calling cards and stuff to go for, but even if I didn't have those other things to go for, I'd still just keep playing the game just because, you know, I have that old school mentality of, hey, if a video game is fun, I just want to keep playing the fun video game, you know? Like, I grew up when arcades were still around, and even if I mastered an arcade game like Turtles in Time, or, like, you know, like the one Jurassic Park light gun game, or, you know, the various racing games, it didn't matter, you know? The video game was fun. So I just wanted to keep playing it just to keep having fun, and that's where I'm at with Black Ops 6. Even once I complete all this stuff, I know I'm going to put a ton of time into this game just having fun with it, because it's a lot of fun. But anyways, I got some grinding to do, so yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I think next up, I'm going to knock out the LMGs, which, I mean, yeah, you know, I'm literally right there. I just got to do the GPMG7, and then I'm done with the LMGs. Those will be diamond. And then after that, I'm thinking either shotguns or SMGs, or maybe pistols next. I don't know. I'll end up deciding, but yeah, I'll update you guys with where I'm at by tomorrow, as always. But anyway, as always, massive shout out to all the Patrons and channel members. Thank you to all of you in the low ballers here, and an even bigger shout out to all the mid ballers here, Molasking and Big Daddy Manny, and the biggest shout out to all the G tier run events. And Cheese Girl, thank you guys so much, guys. You're literal legends. I love you. Have an amazing day. Stay beautiful. I love you all. Peace.